Everyone tells you where to eat in London, but nobody tells you where to shop. Until now.
My name is Ed Cudlipp. This is Cooking the Capital, the series where we show you the very best places in London to buy ingredients.
That is a perfect côte de boeuf.
And how to cook them perfectly at home.
And that is Steak Frites.
Today, we're at one of London's premier steak butchers, the Butcher's Table. It's run by Rob Buchanan, ex-professional rugby player.
Buchanan!
Turned butcher, who's known for producing some of the best steak in the capital. We're going to find out what it's all about and show you how to buy and cook a belter of a steak.
Beautiful.
This is Cooking the Capital.
Rob, thank you for having us. Tell us about that journey from playing rugby to running.
An amazing time playing rugby. Got injured towards the end of my career, and you sit down with the surgeon, and the surgeon goes, right, okay, I think you probably need to have a look at what you're going to do after rugby because it's not looking great.
And what were the options at that point? There's insurance, which half of you go into.
I mean, I was just about to say that. You've got insurance, maybe shipbroking.
Yeah.
A butcher had opened up down the road in Twickenham. I went and worked a day a week for about a year whilst I was injured. I sort of got into it that way.
The fact you're Britain first is amazing because I think Britain do have the best beef, and it's great to see you celebrating it.
100%, and that's sort of why I'm trying to go, British first, because whatever anyone else can do, we can do just as well, if not better.
Today, we want to get a top-end steak, basically. Probably côte de boeuf or sirloin, something like that.
The king of steaks, basically.
Yeah, we want the king of steaks. Also, some bone marrow, maybe, some stock, and we'll make something amazing out of it. So,
wonderful.
Can we go and check out what we
Yeah,
got?
let's go.
Nice. Right, what we got here, Rob?
So this is basically like our pantry or deli area. Everything we sell up at the counter. Should be able to find something to accompany it here.
I've come in here many times and bought charcoal. This is great stuff if you're barbecuing, isn't it?
Have you?
And then I see we've got a funny combo of Mr. Britain First Lager and then French Breton cider right next to
And Spanish sparkling water.
What's happened to rugby players? I didn't think you'd be into wank
You know what?
sparkling
Do
water.
you know what? Neither did I.
And then we got some wines, obviously great with steaks.
Yeah, great mistakes.
I'm a huge believer in not using shit cheap wine for cooking.
Amazing. Do you want
We've
to
got
buy
great
that?
Bordeaux.
Do you want to buy the Chateau Telmont by any chance?
It's got to be from Bordeaux, so I'm
Sorry.
I'm out. Right, what's in the counter?
Over here you've got all of our sausages made in-house, the pork section.
The famous chops.
Pork chops, pork chops, pork chops.
Pork chops. Pork chop.
Pork chop, pork chops, pork chops, and a lovely pork chop.
These chickens look amazing.
Yeah, big old chickens.
And then we got the beef counter.
Beef counter.
Yeah.
All your prime cuts, basically. You've got your côte de boeufs, your sirloins, ribeyes.
Well, I reckon we should go and have a look at some of these bits of beef in here. That's all right.
Please.
Okay, talk us through this. This is where the magic happens, eh?
This is where all of our sort of prime cuts are kept. We've got your loins, you've got ribs, you've got top bits, you've got all your sort of dry ageable beef. It's cut up and it's stuck in here.
Today, we're gonna get a côte de boeuf. What are you gonna pick out?
It depends. Do I like you or do I not like you?
You should know that by now.
Oh, it's a big one. There you go. Amelia, come in and get on TV. Get on TV. Get on TV. Get on TV.
Okay, what's your favourite product in here?
Apart from Rob and Dad.
It's a big old room. It's going to be great. It's been in there for 5 weeks. We'll take it apart, get you like a prime rib côte de boeuf, same number.
Unreal. Let's do it.
Amelia, you've got to do it on film.
That's good.
Just going to start by taking off the fat cap. As I said before, like the fat, you want to try and keep intact so that we can use it to wrap around your roasting joints.
Nice. You got all the machinery here as well.
No,
Saws and
everything's
stuff.
done by hand.
Proper butchers, you lot.
It's going to be an absolute beauty.
They're marvelling in there.
No, it'll be nice. It's all cut by the bone rather than weight.
Really, really nice, man.
There's the first one. You know, when it makes it sound like that, when you chuck it on the block, you know it's good. And there's number two. Fuck.
Mate, couldn't be better. That is a perfect côte de boeuf. Super well aged, tons of marbling in the middle, really nice fat content, lovely bone there, and great thickness. So that's gonna get a really nice crust. These are gonna make an amazing steak frite and bordelaise sauce. Can I get 3 of those, please?
£7.45.
Bargain, man.
Bargain. Bordeaux, just top shelf in the middle there.
Final thing, you got a local pub.
Churchill's, just up the road.
Favorite pint?
Pint of Guinness, I think it's £4.50.
Bargain. Thank you, pal.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Lovely to
it
see
so
you.
much.
Have a
Thank
good
you so
one.
much.
Cheers, mate. Cracker. I have got frozen chips, just in case. So we can do the final fry. With the McCain's.
Yeah, nice.
Just in case we balls it.
Yeah.
Right, to Rob Buchanan.
Buchanan, what a man.
All right, we are back in the kitchen. Today we're gonna make steak frit and bordelaise sauce. These ingredients here, this is for the bordelaise sauce, so that's gonna be shallots, bit of thyme, Bordeaux wine, bit of beef stock, finished with bone marrow. Finally, we've got our chips, so we're gonna make French fries or frites. Those we just need potatoes and some cooking oil. Let's get into it. Right, here's our lovely côte de boeuf. In my opinion, just like the quintessential best steak you can get, really. The first thing we wanna do is bring them up to room temperature. Let those come up to room temperature over the next kind of hour or so. In terms of the order that we do this, we're gonna first do most of the fries, except for the final step. Then we're gonna cook the steak. Whilst that's resting, we're gonna make the sauce. And then just before we serve, we're gonna do the final fry on the chips, get those nice and golden brown, ready to serve. So we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna peel these and get those skins off. We don't want these going brown, so you can just keep them in some water. So we just go lengthways along the potato, just going down along here. And you will end up with these lovely French fry looking bits of potato. We're gonna get these into a nice deep pan like that. Fill this with cold water. You wanna start the cooking from cold, and then into there, we're gonna put a little bit of salt, a couple of pinches, and a little bit of white vinegar. A couple of tablespoons really. That vinegar is gonna stop those chips disintegrating. You will get no taste of vinegar at the end of it, so no worries there. You wanna bring it up to a boil, get these on a high heat to begin with, stick a lid on there as well. We can start prepping the bordelaise sauce. First thing we're gonna start with is the shallots. We just want these in a nice fine dice, basically. These fries are now pretty much boiling. So what we wanna do is lower the temperature, simmer them just for 10 minutes. Put the lid back on that. The next thing we want in here is some fresh thyme. Run your finger down the stalk and you should get all these little lovely green bits off. The next thing we wanna look at is this bone marrow. It's just gonna be turned through at the end and add this incredible rich flavor. Run a knife down there. There we go. Beautiful. So these chips, they've now been in for 10 minutes. We're gonna get those out. What we wanna do is now dry them. And to do that, you get a big tray, a nice clean tea towel, and then we're gonna drain these and lay them on the sheet like so. Steam dry them for like 15, 20 minutes. Right, back to the marrow. What we wanna do with these is we just want little cubes that we can turn through the bordelaise at the end. Bingo. Right, put that in the fridge. The fries are now dry. We're gonna fry them twice. The first fry is very short. It's gonna be 1 minute. It's gonna be at 205 degrees. You fry in vegetable oil. Seed oil boys are gonna hate me. Don't go silly, but get it about a third full. And then we wanna get this on the heat, get it to 205 degrees centigrade. Now what we're gonna do is basically fry these in batches. You don't wanna fry them all at once because the oil will go mental. Lovely. After 1 min, we can take those out. Frying those will have dropped the temperature. So what you want to do is just make sure that that comes back up to 205 degrees. Good, so that's our fries done for the first fry. We're going to just set those aside and those are going to sit and cool for about 30 minutes to an hour. Right, let's chat steak. Step number 1, getting that crust. The key thing, a really dry surface and a really hot pan. Just run a little bit of paper towel over the edges. And in my opinion, you don't need anything else. I know the Americans love their spices and stuff. If you've got good beef, you only need salt. Don't be putting fucking paprika and all this shit on it. Just put salt. For this, we're gonna wanna use fine salt. The reason for that is it allows better contact between the edge of the steak and the pan. So you get that nice even crust. So use fine salt. Other thing is, salt it right before it goes in the pan or hours before. Don't salt it 10 minutes before because it draws out moisture and then it's gonna stop it from searing properly. To get the sear, you want a really heavy, thick, good quality pan. But the reason you want a heavy pan is you want that heat to be retained in the base of the pan. And that way it doesn't drop too much when you put the steak in it. Hard sear and then low and slow cook will get you a perfect cook. So that pan is now up to temperature, it's gently smoking, it's not silly. Then we're gonna go in with a little bit of oil. Use something with a high smoke point, avocado oil, seed oil, if those on the internet can forgive me. That fine salt can go on now. You can be generous with this, it's a thick steak. I'm not even gonna salt the other side yet, because I'll do that whilst it's in the pan right before I turn it. I'm intentionally gonna add it to one side of the pan. And then if you've got one, add a steak weight. If you don't, just use a heavy pan or something, but that will just help get that crust. In about 2 minutes, we'll salt the other side, flip it over and sear that side as well. We're gonna salt liberally on that side. So the reason I put it on one side of the pan is this side of the pan's still gonna be really hot. And look at that crust, beautiful. Put it on the other side of the pan, put the weight back on there and let that side sear. You can see we've got a beautiful crust on the outside. I'm just gonna turn it and just sear the back, get a nice even color. I'm gonna take that out of the pan. We're gonna let that cool down. We're gonna add a little bit more flavor to the steak. So we're gonna basically baste it. The reason we want this pan cool is we really don't wanna kind of cook the steak too much here. We just wanna have it hot enough to baste. That can go back in there. And then we'll put a bit of rosemary, bit of thyme, get those garlic cloves in there, and then be really generous with this butter. Just let that melt, then it's baste time. So we literally just start brushing this over. Oh, thing of beauty, this. Just to make sure it doesn't cook too much on one side, we're gonna flip that beautiful crust and then crack on with that side, keep that basting. And this is gonna further develop the crust, add tons of flavor. Onto a tray like this. Now I like to use a tray that has a rack on it, and that way you're gonna keep air circulating around the piece of beef and not just have it sat on a really hot plate at the bottom. So just top that with those herbs, get the garlic in there, and then we can pour really buttery steak over there. Bingo. So now, final stage of the cook is getting this thing to the right internal temperature, and we're gonna do that in the oven. Every oven's different, every bit of steak is different, so use a meat thermometer, stick this thermometer into the middle of the steak, and then we can see that currently, this thing is at 21 degrees, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this in a low oven at 130 until it hits about 45 degrees. Then, during the rest, that temperature is gonna come up, and it's gonna hit somewhere around like 52, 53, and that should be a perfect rare, medium rare for us to enjoy. Okay, good. That steak is in the oven, so let's make this Bordelaise sauce. This, you want a nice pan, slice a little bit of butter up. You'll probably notice this isn't the healthiest meal in the world, but that's okay. This is French cooking. If you use a piss cheap bottle of wine, you'll get a piss cheap tasting sauce. Voila. Get these shallots in, get the thyme in. And the goal here is to sweat these down. The key to doing that is a low heat, and that'll take, I reckon, 10 minutes of cooking. Good, so these are softening up really nicely. You can see that those haven't taken on any color. What we want to do now is add the Bordeaux wine, add about half a bottle. I'm going to crank this heat up a little bit, and then that can go in here like this. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to bring that up to the boil, reduce it quite aggressively, and then we'll add our stock. Okay, that wine's reduced by about half. You can see on the edge of the pan, it's dropped a little bit in its level. What we can do now is go ahead and add some beef stock. Pour that in, got about half a litre in here. Don't use stuff like the little cubes. They won't do the same job. We just want to bring that up to the boil, and then we're going to reduce this down until it coats the back of a spoon. So we want that to be like a nice, thick, glossy sauce. Okay, that beef has hit 45. Gosh, doesn't that look good? What we want to do is just let that sit, basically, for 10 minutes, and then put it in like a 40-degree oven for a little bit. Okay, so that sauce is now reduced down to the point where it's coating the back of a spoon. That is now ready to take off the heat. That can be poured into there. And now, tiny bit more butter, because the French love that. Butter in there, just turn that through. And now we're at the right thickness. We can just leave that with a lid on. Now the only thing to do is give those fries a final fry. So we're gonna go in again at 205 degrees. Beautiful. Already see them going that lovely golden brown color. Okay, good. Those have been in for 4 minutes. They're a wonderful golden brown. Yeah, we'll just put them on the paper, drain away any excess oil. Give those a bit of a shake, get any old oil off, and then it's critical that we hit these when they're hot with some salt. Oh, you can just hear how crispy those are. Just get some really nice fine salt, and then just get that in there. Bit of a toss, and that is your perfect French fry. Super crispy. They should be really nice and fluffy on the inside. Oh, I have a food one for my cameraman. It's fucking hot. Those are really, really good.
It's no McDonald's, so.
We're gonna finalize the Bordelaise, test it for seasoning. Tiny bit of salt. What we wanna do is we wanna just turn in that lovely chopped bone marrow that we had earlier. That's just gonna go into there. Turn that through. And I really like to finish this with a little tiny bit of chopped chive. Let's get that in there. What we're gonna do is just turn the heat off, and we're just gonna let it sit, and the residual heat that's contained within the sauce will cook that bone marrow. All right, crunch time. We're now gonna carve this steak. Here it is. This has been very gently resting in a warming oven. It should now be perfectly rested, a really nice rare, medium rare all the way through. I might be chatting shit, so let's find out. What we're gonna do is just run our knife down this bone here and take it off, and then we'll cut the rest. So nice long carving knife. Get that down there like so. Now that is gonna go beautifully on the plate in a minute. What we're gonna do here is just go in diagonal slices and carve it all the way along. Okay, so there we go. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a perfectly cooked côte de boeuf. Perfect crust, edge to edge, medium rare. You can see some of that marbling beginning to render. That's gonna give the most amazing texture. Pick the whole thing up and then put it on the plate like so and pull those slices apart. Look at that. And for a bit of presentation, it's quite nice just to serve the bone in there as well. Okay, we got these lovely fries. This is gonna be to share, so really nice big pile. We can lay these fries. Oh my God, look at that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, final touch for steak frite and bordelaise sauce is bordelaise sauce. I'm just gonna spoon this over the top like this. Don't be shy with it, that can coat the plate. Bang. So that is steak frites and bordelaise sauce. Serve that with a little bottle of Bordeaux. You've got yourself the perfect meal. Have a look in the fridge.
Bet you fucking don't.
Got some wine.
Thanks, yeah. I'll get some check for some mayo. I'll be back.
Cheers, mate.
Dude, that looks fucking great.
Yeah, it
Nice
does.
work. That hits. Wow. That's amazing.
It's fucking good, isn't it?
So tasty.
So tasty. Honestly, the French, man.
Oh man, you can see why like French kings died of gout.
Why aren't they fat though? They just do ciggies, really, don't they? That'll have bags of flavour what you've just eaten.
Oh!
So nice, right?